I have power tools, and I'm not afraid to use them. Today I thought I would go ahead and plant some nasturtiums. So I've never grown nasturtiums ever in my life, but I just read online that they are supposed to repel hornworms. Well, hornworms, if any of you have ever had a garden, they are horrid creatures that can wipe out your tomato plants if you're not paying attention. They come from a little white butterfly, and they can start little, and then they end up these big fat caterpillars that if you step on them, they have like this fuchsia green like gunk that comes out of them, and I've gotten it on my pants before, and I swear to God it glows in the dark. It's disgusting. I think they're part alien, if you really want to be honest. But anyway, I picked up some nasturtiums. In fact, today I even picked up an extra one. I don't know if they're going to be any different, but I have 3 packages of these, and what my camera is actually resting on right now is a planter. So let me see if I can grab one of these. That is like a 3-foot planter. So I got these because there's not really any room in my garden with my tomatoes. I have just those little raised beds. So instead of planting in the garden, I'm gonna plant a couple of these and set them outside of the garden since they're just 4 by 4 foot. And we're gonna see how these do. I'm hoping that they'll grow fine. And the reason that I have my power tools is because there's no holes in the bottom of this thing. Now, I don't know why they manufacture these things and they don't put holes in them. It doesn't make any sense. So, I have a drill bit on there. You do not need a drill bit. You could probably just use a regular drill. This just happened to be on the end of my drill from the last time I used it. In fact, I don't even know why it's getting rusty because this thing has been inside. But this is just a 3/8 inch. It's going to work fine. But yeah, if you don't have that, you can use just your regular drill and it'll be great. Reason we're doing this will provide some drainage. When you're planting stuff, you want water to be able to get out. So that is why I'm doing this. Otherwise, your seeds will flood, your plants will flood. It's just not a good scene. So see? Now there's drainage holes. I really wish you could see what I'm doing, but you're gonna laugh too, because I think this dirt smells really good. I think it smells like patchouli. Not all dirt smells that way, but this one smells like patchouli, which some people do not like the smell of. I happen to think it smells good. Don't be afraid to get your hands down in there. It's the best way to break it up. I mean, you can use a shovel, but usually there's big clumps that come out, and if you get your hands down in, you can kind of, break them up. You can see it's nice and full. And here's our seeds. I don't know why they paint them this sparkly purple. I guess so you can see them. But it says that these get planted every 15 inches, which I'm probably going to overplant just because I'd rather have it overcrowded and thin it out. I want to make sure that they're going to grow. And the planting depth is 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So let me put these back in here for a second. I'm just going to make a well. All the way down so that we can drop those seeds in. See that? It's nothing fancy. And now I don't have them in my hand. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll pop one there. Yeah, these are not 15 inches apart. These are maybe 3 inches apart. Doing that on purpose. I can always thin it. I just want to make sure that they're going to sprout. I've never planted them before, so I'm doing this out of precaution, and if I have to thin them, I can thin them. Let you see that. Okay. So then we're just going to cover it up. I went ahead and moved these. You can see I'm just putting them in front of some of the beds. They may get moved as time goes on, but for now, this bed in particular is the one I want them around. This is where my tomatoes are at, and I do have to finish putting up some tomato cages this weekend as well. But this is where our nasturtiums are going to live for the time being, so they can get full sun. I have a jug of water. Normally I would probably just use the hose. I'm a little nervous since this has never been watered before. I want to take it slow. I don't want the hose to disrupt it too much, so I'm going to do this one with the first watering. I'm just going to do this way. Then hopefully everything will settle in. There's nothing in this. It is literally just water in a bucket. And I'll do this for each one, but I wanted to show at least one getting watered. I think on Monday we're supposed to get some rain, so that'll really help everything settle in too. And there we go. Nasturtiums are ready to go, and we'll see. And then they can protect our little babies back there. Those are all the tomatoes.